He said, the objective of Bad Boy is to kill talent. We don't want talented motherfuckers at Bad Boy. Talented motherfuckers think they gotta say. Oh, a talented motherfucker will tell you, I'm gonna turn in my album when I feel like it. He said, but see, if we get people with no talent, and then we make them look like stars, see, we have total control. Because without us, they can't be the He said, that's how we're gonna run this label, and we're gonna run these motherfuckers into the ground, and I'm gonna make all of you rich. And that was his fucking pep talk at the Kit Kat Club in 1996 to his interns, who are now mostly executives at Bad Boy.
So that explains making the band, bringing unknowns.
I'm a proponent of all of us who are in this business working hard trying to make it.
When you got into stand-up, well, I'm doing stand-up, okay.
If you don't stand up for yourself, there really is nothing they won't do.
Right.
It's finally catching up to him after raiding both of his mansions. The police checked everything carefully, even looking under the bedding.
I don't make much of it, Stephen. The feds are fedding. That's what that tells me. The federal government is, we've been aware for weeks. I assure you this has been going on for months in terms of the investigation. Months of collecting evidence, getting witnesses to collaborate particular stories and testimonies. What we're seeing now are kind of probably the final stages of what this investigation looks like. We know the recent, you're talking about the home, and I want to get back to the Homeland Security piece, not the FBI.
That's right.
All federal agencies, but they're a little different. I want to spend some time there in a second, put a pin in it. But the fact that they specifically, Stephen A., recently collected cell phones, other electronic devices, that's kind of the end of the road, as we say. Those are going to be the final pieces that they're looking to corroborate, probably some pre-existing testimonials for I would imagine, a long list of potential witnesses.
During their raid of Diddy's mansions, the feds reportedly found shocking evidence that suggests the rapper may have groomed musicians Justin Bieber and Usher. Take a look.
I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me. If I get this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy. I never had that security in a family. I never had that consistency. I never had the reliability and the accountability and all these things that make you understand the way the world works.
Hollywood's elite are often known for being involved in strange controversies and bad behavior. Notably, Diddy has been accused of drug addiction and taking advantage of up-and-coming talent in the industry.
Giving parties at the Red Zone, and he was giving parties at the building. That's when they was doing unsigned hype. You know, people like Leaders of the New School, Naughty by Nature, Queen Latifah, different groups was coming. The new groups, they were breaking those artists. You remember that place where they shot Juice at? You know, when they had the DJ contest? Yep. Have you seen the movie Juice?
Yep.
Was that you? Yeah.
Yep.
When they had the DJ contest, that was the building. So Puff was doing the Monday night unsigned hype there. He was also an intern and working over at Uptown Records. I knew he was addicted to painkillers because after that that incident with Kim, he used to have this little white guy he used to meet, or he would have the drivers go get the pills that he was addicted to from this little white guy who was selling him them opioids.
But that hasn't stopped these wealthy individuals from doing what they do best, taking advantage of others for their own gain.
Taking those flights from nobody is God. That's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. You're out in Hollywood, a lot of people come up missing. Feels like it might be a lot of that. They can't control me. You get what I'm saying? They can control Shaq. They can control Charles Barkley. They can control LeBron James. They can control Jay-Z and Beyonce.
But not you, man.
But they can't control me. You see, it ain't no name I won't name.
Finally, singers, rappers, actors, and even law enforcement have started speaking out against the alleged system. They're uncovering a troubling network of powerful people in Hollywood who groom and exploit up-and-coming musicians while pretending to be mentors.
Nobody ever tells you that, like, when you get to the top, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's just more of that. If you want it, You know, I had ground and scraped and fought to make movies and to make the things that I wanted to make and to sell books and sell scripts, and I was doing all those things, and then I get there and I'm like a broken shell of myself with this relationship that threatened to sort of like truly like wreck my life, and I had done nothing to deserve that. And you know, I'm like, what is life like? What, you know, I'm so backwards.
But you still weren't happy.
But I was, you know, but I'm a victim. I'm a product, I should say, of these systems that we all survive in, which is, you know, this sort of capitalist-driven, corporatocracy kind of driven way of merchandising and commercializing every thought and fear and moment that we have in our lives, and never giving us a chance to slow down. And you know, when I was able to, I was on my way out, and I saw my kids, and I saw them grown up, and they
You
were
really
asking,
saw that?
Yes, I did. And I saw them asking me, just like a mature grown adult would say, you know, say something very calmly without emotion, like, please don't do that.
Meanwhile, Justin Bieber believes the industry encourages a dangerous mindset where powerful people exploit and manipulate talented but vulnerable individuals, as shown by the recent raid at Diddy's home.
Slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah, the keys is yours. You know, when you get 16, you're good to go.
I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
So where are we off to now?
Where would you like to go?
I mean, wherever you want to go. Where are we going?
So check this out, yo. Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like, you know, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters. And
more importantly, he emphasizes the need to protect aspiring artists from the widespread abuse in the entertainment industry, which often protects those who exploit others. Despite this, Justin Bieber has recently distinguished himself from other musicians by promising to speak out against the allegations of grooming and exploitation involving Diddy.
Everything's good? Selling out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 555.
Yes.
In the meantime, Jaguar Wright has worked with law enforcement to share shocking claims that Diddy's mentor, Clive Davis, may have introduced him to the idea of grooming young singers and others through secretive actions known only to Diddy.
You rang your little dog. Congratulations, young man. Run as fast as Cassie did. But when you think about Kim, I was thinking to myself the other day, Uptown Records started with 5 people. Andre Harrell, I'll Be Sure, Heavy D, and Puffy. And Kim was the longest working employee because she was there from the very beginning. She was Andre's personal assistant. Kim is dead. Heavy D is dead. Andre Harrell is dead. The only 2 left are Puffy and Al almost died. Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
Heavy D was found dead, face down in the heart attack. Andre Harrell, heart attack. Kim died from pneumonia, but there's the first coroner's report that said that she died. It was ruled a homicide, and they found toxins in her body to prove that she had been poisoned. You know, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting, and I was going to meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know, You want to know what they all had in common, though? The survivors and the late of Uptown Records, they were all writing tell-all books.
On top of that, Diddy's rise has been marked by numerous accusations, including abuse of former girlfriends, trafficking young men, and involvement in the deaths of other rappers. Despite all this, he doesn't seem worried about these allegations, but who's to say that won't change soon?